Hi from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. I want to make a video today because there is this trend of being enough that's getting around everywhere, and I'm part of that movement myself. I want to teach myself and use the process of teaching myself to share with people who are willing to work with me that each and every single one of us are enough. Now, what's really interesting is that over the last year, when I've been going around talking about and sharing the techniques that I've been using to practice my own enoughness, I have come across many other practitioners and individuals in my life who've approached me with very interesting comments. One of them being, "I feel that you don't see me. I don't like what you do because it reminds me of how much I can't do." Things like that. And then now the old me would have done my very best to do whatever it took to not get that individual back into that place. And so for a couple of years ago, for quite a few years, what I would do is just dim down. And I talked about that a lot on social media and in my classes and workshops. And basically I would just dim down, shut the fuck up, move out the way, and allow whoever wanted to be seen or shine just to shine. And what happens in that process is, first of all, I'm disrespecting myself, and also I'm kind of disrespecting them by allowing them to think that that's okay. And also the thing about when people approach me and say, I really want to be seen, or sometimes it's a little bit more simple than that because they're not yoga people or meditation people within my general sphere of individuals that I interact with. And there'll be people who say things like, and they could be friends, like, "Jambo, I don't see you anymore, and I really want you to update me on a regular basis, and it can't be via social media, it has to be over the phone, or it has to be in person." And anyway, basically I have these like huge, what feels like at the time, these huge demands that are placed on me. And then for some time I would feel immensely guilty, and I'm not blaming anyone else for me feeling guilty, but I would feel guilty for working and then requiring the time that I needed just to be by myself. And so really why I'm making this video is because there are many moments when you will feel that another approaches you and says or behaves in a way that really spells out these words: "I don't feel enough right now. I don't feel enough right now." And I experience that too. Now, I've got pretty big shoulders, and I don't mind if people need to come to talk to me within a set arranged time, because it's important to create those kinds of boundaries for ourselves. But what's really important when somebody, when we feel that we are not enough, it's not always the best thing to do to go up to the person that reminds you that you are not feeling good enough at this point, because it's also not their responsibility. Particularly if you don't have a therapeutic relationship, because otherwise you're just coming and dumping shit on somebody. And believe me, I feel as though in the last couple of years, people feel that it's okay to dump shit on me. And when I talk to them about that, people are like, "Oh, well, you're really strong and you really have big shoulders." Well, I have really big shoulders, yeah, for sure, physically as well as emotionally and energetically, but I keep them big so I can hold the people that I need to hold when I'm at work, when I'm on, when I'm doing that stuff. And outside of those times, I want to hold my heart energy around the people that I love, because, like my boyfriend and my family and my bestest of friends, because they're the people that I really need to have in my life. So anyway, whenever we, and this is me included, do not feel enough, the last person that you really need to go and tell is that person that triggered the feeling of not being enough within you. What you need to do in that moment is go away from whatever situation you're in, even if it's just in a different room, take several deep breaths and schedule out a day or maybe even an hour of doing nothing except totally fucking celebrating who you are. And once you've done that for an hour or maybe even a day or maybe even for a week, let me know if you feel good enough.